Good day, YouTubers. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Good day, YouTubers. We have some breaking news here. Things are really heating up with Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, we have some new pictures of Andrew at Epstein's New York City mansion with underage girls. We have a strong denial by Andrew, and we have the Queen in residence at Balmoral when Andrew hosted Epstein at Balmoral in 1999. Epstein was convicted and served time in 2008 in Florida. So he was Andrew hosted Epstein in 1999 with the Queen. So let's read a little bit. Prince Andrew, appalled by sex abuse claims surrounding his pedophile former friend Jeffrey Epstein, and says it is abhorrent to suggest he would participate in or encourage such behavior. Footage obtained by the Mail on Sunday showing the Duke of York inside the pedophile's Manhattan mansion has forced the royal to finally break his silence on his relationship with the billionaire. In a fierce slapdown to the fury of allegations, Andrew denounced any suggestion of wrongdoing on his part as abhorrent. But his pushback came as it was revealed that he hosted Epstein, the financier, and his entourage at Balmoral in 1999. Let's look at these pictures. Smiling, this is from the Mirror. Smiling Prince Andrew waves off female guest at pedo Jeffrey Epstein's sex lair. Andrew was pictured after the billionaire had left the property, which victims described as being full of pornographic and bizarre ornaments, with another female who looked to be in her teens shivering in a thin jumper while he wore a thick coat. The footage was shot in December 2010, a day after the infamous image of Andrew with Epstein in the city's Central Park following his jail release. The park photo embarrassed Buckingham Palace as the Duke of York faced calls to explain why he had not broken links with his disgraced pal. Okay, so this is Andrew with this female. Let's go down. Here he's looking very much like Gollum. He looks really creepy here with a very dark presence. One question being asked is how the bizarre features of Epstein's New York home did not seem to ring alarm bells. Visitors to the $70 million 9-story Manhattan property included a steady stream of young women, said it was as weird as Epstein himself, who talked of having his penis cryogenically frozen and seeding humanity with his DNA. The entry foyer, where Andrew stood to wave off the brunette, was decorated with rows of framed artificial eyeballs. Close by hung an oil painting of ex-President Bill Clinton in red heels and the semen-stained blue dress that Monica Lewinsky wore when she performed the sex act on him. So Epstein has a painting of Bill Clinton wearing the blue dress and red heels. That's not a photograph, that's a painting. So we don't know that Bill Clinton posed for that painting. A chandelier had a life-size female doll hanging from it, and his bathroom had prosthetic breasts on the wall so he could play with the nipples while he bathed. A creepy chessboard featured customized figurines modeled on his female staff, apparently dressed suggestively. Behind Epstein's desk was a 1905 painting by Kees van Dongen called Femme Fatale, showing a woman cupping her exposed left breast. That's only creepy because Epstein has it. Here's the girl. Here's a close-up of the girl. Here's Epstein going to his Bentley. Okay, and a friend is saying to friend is saying to Andrew that he needs to get rid of Epstein after his conviction in 2008. Our conversation descended into a screaming match, and Andrew said, "Leave me alone. Jeffrey's my friend. Being loyal to your friends is a virtue." Epstein was apparently convicted of molesting a 14-year-old who he hired and paid $300 to give him a massage. Here's the girl again to undress and give him a massage. Lawyers reiterated their denial, saying it is emphatically denied that the Duke of York had any form of sexual contact or relationship with Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Any claim to the contrary is false and without foundation. Buckingham Palace also said in 2015 that any suggestion of impropriety with underage minors is categorically untrue. We're going to look at this. Despite the repeated denials of wrongdoing, Andrew and the palace have yet to explain the photo of Andrew with Virginia Roberts Giuffre under his arm when she's 17. And here's another lady that was in. So that was just chock full. Here's the Epstein had a painting of Bill Clinton wearing a blue dress and red heels and lounging in the Oval Office inside his Manhattan mansion. Visitor reveals bizarre image inside Pedo's $56 million lair. He saw it during a business meeting back in, I'm not sure, 2012. The blue dress is a reference to Clinton's former intern, Monica Lewinsky, who wore a blue dress during their tryst in the White House. The blue dress was stained with Bill Clinton's semen, and that is the primary piece of evidence used against Bill Clinton in the impeachment proceeding. The original painting, Parsing Bill, is by an Australian-American artist, Patrina Ryan Clyde, although it is unclear if Epstein had bought the canvas or had a print mounted. Ryan Clyde exhibited for her degree shown when she graduated with an MFA in 2012 from the New York Academy of Art. Let's get right into it. This is the painting of Bill Clinton wearing the blue dress. It didn't come out that well. My printer is not low on ink. It's supposed to be just blue. That is the blue dress with the red pumps. This is the outfit that Monica Lewinsky was wearing when the infamous sex occurred. This is Prince Andrew with Queen Elizabeth on the day of the announcement of Epstein's suicide. So I think Andrew knew that Epstein was still alive and not suicided. Here's Andrew. So the date of the pictures that I just showed you, where Andrew was in Epstein's New York City townhome, that was the day before. That was the day before this walk through the park in New York City. Here's Andrew with Virginia Roberts. Okay, she's 17 at this point. She alleges that he had sex with her 3 times, once alone and 2 orgies, once at the island and once in Britain. Here's Bill Clinton. He built a temple with a dungeon and all kinds of crazy stuff in there. Here's Andrew on a boat, on Epstein's boat in Phuket with topless girls. Here's Epstein in court. Okay. So, let's read. All right, will Andrew be indicted? Is Andrew going to be indicted? Okay, because there's 2,000 pages of court documents. The FBI case against Epstein is dead because Epstein is missing. I believe he's still alive. Will Andrew now be indicted? Let's just get a feeling for that, because that's the billion-dollar question. If he's going to be indicted, that's a whole lot of trouble for him and the royal family. Okay, so will Prince Andrew be indicted? Roses, good, a good, sweet, sweet perception. Lovers, crossed by the lovers. He has close friends who are going to protect him and keep his reputation good. Talking, negotiating, legal briefs, money, family and close associates. Andrew is in the royal family, and they have a lot of money, and I think Andrew will not be indicted. Did Prince Andrew have sex with Virginia Roberts, Gouffre, 3 times as claimed? 1 time they were alone. Okay, Epstein sent Virginia Roberts he said something like, I'll pay you $50,000 to have sex with Andrew. Okay, and she would have been 16 at the time. Did they have sex together 3 times? The other 2 times were orgies, 1 time in London and 1 time on the Pedo Island, on the private island in the Virgin Islands. So did Prince Andrew have sex with Virginia Roberts as an underage girl, under 18, 3 times as alleged? Okay, so deeply rooted relationship, heart, good intentions, and strength. Strong relationship and connected by heart. 11 and 7, 18, 5 diamonds. They had a continuing relationship. It seems that Andrew had positive feelings toward Roberts. He was not treating her like a prostitute with, like no feelings, it's just sex. Flirtation with the woman. So they did have a long and continuing association. There's no sex here. I don't see any sex here, and I don't see anything illegal here. But Prince Andrew and Virginia Roberts did have a long and continuing relationship, and he felt that he was a benefactor to her. Did Epstein hold satanic ceremonies and perform human sacrifices? Okay, these 2 wanted to fall out. Did Epstein hold satanic ceremonies and perform human sacrifices? Because the crazier it got, okay, he's getting everything on film, and he's a blackmailer, and he works for the CIA and the Mossad and the KGB or whomever. He works for one of them or all of them. The crazier it gets, the better, because he's collecting evidence, So did Epstein hold satanic ceremonies and perform human sacrifice? Wow. Oh my. And these 2 fell out. Okay, so specifically I want to know about human sacrifice. Okay, satanic ceremonies and human sacrifice. 10 spades, the worst possible thing. 21, 22, 6 diamonds with a lot of people. Straight razor, cutting, sacrifice, cutting the head off, cutting. So stabbing, cutting. Yes, he was playing a role. Player, this is part of his persona. This is part of Epstein's persona. Yes, he would play the high priest, and he did perform human sacrifices in front of lots of people. Here in the shadow we have all revealed, joined, all revealed, and blockage. 5, 8, 8, 2 spades. Yeah, breaking the contract with humanity, with God, all revealed just like an explosion. Yeah, for shock effect, he killed people. Yeah, he even killed people. So the worst things you can imagine, okay, pedophilia, chaining people in dungeons, starving them, beating them, raping them, torturing them, and even human sacrifice. He's doing these things. Okay, because the crazier it gets, the better it is for Epstein. Did Epstein and his fellows, did they drink blood and perform acts of cannibalism? Did they drink blood and perform acts of cannibalism? Because anybody who does that, Jeffrey Dahmer did that. He drank the blood of his victims and he ate pieces of them. And they always talk about how they felt possessed when they were doing it. Because why? Because they are possessed when they're doing that. So did Epstein and his fellows drink blood and perform acts of cannibalism? Okay, and the same thing, yes. There's blood. So this is what they're hiding, folks. Okay, this is what they're trying to hide from you. This is what they don't want revealed. Okay, so did he drink blood and perform acts of cannibalism? Yes. Here's blood. Here's flesh and here's blood. Okay, the Mother Earth and the cup overflowing. Drinking blood and eating human flesh. Yes, they drank blood, ate human flesh as part of magical satanic ceremonies. Magical ceremonies. 25 plus 9, 34. 25, 34. 9 diamonds. 9 diamonds. 9 diamonds is on the bottom. So yeah, they drank blood and they performed acts of cannibalism. Drinking blood. Wow. Okay. So the Queen, Andrew hosted Epstein at Balmoral with the Queen in residence. What was the Queen's feelings toward Epstein at the time? Did she know who he was? Did she know what he was doing? Did the Queen know and approve of Epstein's activities in 1999 when her son Andrew hosted him at Balmoral while she was there? Did the Queen know and approve of these activities? Let's just see if there's a whole bunch of secrets. Did the Queen know and approve of these activities? I have a no. Can be no or full stop. And secrets. Did the Queen know and approve? Coffin and ruler. This is the hidden situation. 13, 17, 5 hearts reacting. Okay, secrets from the ruler. Did she know? No. No, it was outside of her knowledge. And there were a bunch of lies about it. So 16, 25, 7 hearts. No, she didn't know. They just told her whatever. She had no idea. She had no idea who Epstein was at that time, in 1999, when he was at Balmoral. She did not know. Okay, there's a lot of hinky things that went on with the crown. In general, I admire the Queen, but there's some weird things, in Canada, children disappearing, and they may be associated with that. I haven't looked at that yet. But no, she did not know who Epstein was and what he was up to in 1999. When Andrew brought her, excuse me, when Andrew brought him to Balmoral, she did not know, and they just simply lied to her. All right, let's review what we've got, because we've got a lot going on. Is Andrew going to be indicted? There's no indictment here. Here's a paper in the past. He's listed in these documents. Okay, Andrew is listed in these documents, but he's going to avoid the stain, and he's got a lot of money, and he's very closely associated with the royal family. He's a son of the Queen. So he's going to be able to escape indictment. He's not going to be indicted. That's what I see. Did Andrew have sex with Virginia Roberts 3 times, 2 orgies and 1 separately? There's nothing here that says that. He did flirt with her quite a lot, and he felt they had a deep and strong relationship, a deep and strong ongoing relationship, but he felt that he was a benefactor to her. That's not unusual. Okay, if he was a pedo, okay, very often they feel that they're like fatherly figures who have sex with their charges. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing sex here with Virginia Roberts. I'm not seeing him have sex with Virginia Roberts here. I'm seeing a long, ongoing relationship, but there's no sex and conflict cards showing here between... Okay, so there is a picture of Andrew with Virginia Roberts, but I don't see the sex going on, interestingly. Okay, did Epstein hold satanic ceremonies and conduct human sacrifice? Yes, he did. He played the role as the high priest, and he cut and killed the worst possible result. He cut and killed, it's 6 diamonds. I thought that was for like an audience. This can be many people. He sacrificed many people. Okay, yes, he loved to play the role of satanic high priest, and he sacrificed. So he was a showman, okay, and he was flamboyant, and he really pushed all the limits, and he wanted people to feel very comfortable. If he's going to go and sacrifice people in front of you, then whatever your weird proclivities are, whatever that person's weird proclivities are, they're going to feel comfortable to do anything. And that's what he was doing. So, yeah, he did those things. He did sacrifice many human beings, or he sacrificed them in ceremonies in front of many people. Probably both. Okay, did Epstein and his associates, did they drink blood and perform cannibalism? Yes, drinking blood and eating human flesh. Yes, drinking blood, eating human flesh in magical ceremonies, magical type ceremonies. Okay, ceremonies. And that's why the Magi is showing up. When Andrew brought Epstein to Balmoral and the Queen was in residence, did she know who he was? Did she approve of who he was? No, she didn't know. She was kept out of it, and they lied to her. These secrets were kept from the monarch. So, no, she didn't know who he was at that time. She knows who he is now. I mean, he's rather world famous. Okay, so pretty crazy. I think it's still going to heat up a lot more, but that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.